What is up, YouTube? I'm Dylan, and today I'm going to make some hot chocolate like my mama used to make. Stick around because there's going to be a secret ingredient at the end that you're not going to want to miss. And yeah, this is my mom's kitchen. I don't live in my mom's basement. I actually live in my mom's upstairs. Let's do this. Alright, so to make your classic hot chocolate as basic as possible, you just need two things. Hot and chocolate. No, I'm just kidding, you need some hot water and some cocoa powder. I'm a Canadian, proud to be one, so of course I'm going to be using Tim Hortons here today. You also, of course, need your favorite cocoa mug. Without your favorite cocoa mug, it's gonna be pretty hard to drink your hot cocoa, eh? And I just love this mug. It's just the cutest thing ever. But there's a few other things we're gonna be using today to step it up a notch. First thing, some good old cinnamon. Cinnamon adds that kind of like, that nice little spice to it. Makes it a little, yeah, a little more yahoo. And then, I like adding a candy cane to mine, adds a little minty flavor. And then of course marshmallows, right? They're just so good. What would you do without them? But anyway, let's boil some water. Alright, so the first step, as a lot of you might know, is to boil some water. And for those of you still watching, leave down in the comments, are you a cocoa customer or are you more of a hot apple cider enjoyer? But let's see if a watch pot actually boils. So we have a verdict. Turns out a watch pot will boil. I'm gonna go call up Mythbusters and tell them the great news. No, I'm just kidding. So now that we have some hot water, now we gotta make the chocolate part, right? So first you're gonna take your lovely little mug. His name's Bill, by the way. And you're gonna take some good old Tim Hortons. And you're gonna put in some cocoa powder. Like 2 scoops is usually good for me, but you can add as many as you want. Okay, now this is where the part gets a little fun. So, I gotta stand up for this. You're gonna take your water. I am left-handed, in case you were wondering. And you're going to take it, pour it in. So, right now, technically, you could drink it. It's just got your normal stuff, but gotta mix it up. I like to use a candy cane for that. My candy cane broke, which is really sad, but it just oh, that crickling sound. It just will melt in almost instantly. See what's happening there? See, it's like just dying. I don't know why it does that, to be honest. It's pretty cool though. But it's gonna melt into the hot chocolate. And then, you know it's completely mixed. Alright, so next, of course you're gonna take your cinnamon. You're just gonna add just a little bit. You don't need a lot. Goes a long way. And now before I reveal the secret ingredient, I just want to let you know I'm just so happy that you guys are watching these videos. It means a lot for me. So share it with your friends. And also, I just wanted to ask, what's your favorite mug at home? Does it look like a bear? Mine does. So now for the secret ingredient. So a lot of people add honey to their hot chocolate, but being a Canadian, can't go wrong with some Quebec maple syrup. I got this one while I was on my mission actually in Quebec, and it's like awesome. It's just the best thing ever. So you're just gonna pour a little bit in there. You don't need too much. A lot goes a long way. And then you're gonna take your marshmallows and you're gonna plop them on top. Alright, so now we have made hot chocolate. Mom's best friend, my best friend, just like how Mama used to make it. But I know it's good, but of course, the best part of hot chocolate is drinking it. So cheers, let's drink together. So good. I absolutely love hot chocolate. It's like a nice warm hug on a nice cold day. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you have anything you want to see on this channel, comment below. I'm always looking for new ideas, and I'm willing to try new things. Mind you, I am legally blind, so I'm not going to be doing any fairy tale reading. I'm not going to be doing any dirt biking, snowmobiling, or drifting in the snow anytime soon. But also, I'm quite new to filming, so if you have any pointers, constructive criticisms, or just nifty hacks on how you make your YouTube videos, I would love to hear them as well. And make sure to watch the videos here and my playlist here where I'm sharing about my experiences with low vision. Anyway, see you in the next one. God bless.